right, so can cardio cause you to lose muscle? Well, if you're in a surplus, not really, because you've got a sufficient amount of amino acids in the bloodstream to maintain that muscle mass. But nonetheless, I'm going to enjoy talking about this conversation. This is a six-parter. So one, what is cardio? Well, cardio is running on the treadmill, elliptical, treadmill, running outside, cross-trainer roll. What is your form? You've got intervals, fartlek, and endurance. High intensity interval training, think 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Endurance, you're going for an extended period of time, like 60 minutes. And fartlek is like 400 meters, 200 meter rest, 400 meters on, 200 meters rest. And over time, that rest now becomes part of the distance. So it increases over time. Two, cardio, probably stop doing number one, have more sex. That's a great way to enjoy more cardio. Plus, everyone wins. Why wouldn't you do that? It also increases, decreases stress hormone, and also increases growth hormones, so that's going to help build some muscle. Three, with the right nutrition plan, you're going to find you're going to retain a lot of muscle mass. The reason why people would probably lose muscle mass is they're burning glucose, which is in the muscle, so it looks like you've lost muscle, but also you're lugging more muscle mass around when running long distances. Would you rather run with a 100 kilo backpack on your body or 50? Well, you're going to want to get rid of that 50 so it's easy to run. So the body will prioritize to get rid of the muscle mass that's not relative to the cardio sport you've taken. Okay. For structured training program, if you've got one in place and training 4 times a week to support and strengthen your body, then you're going to retain the muscle that you have because you're prioritizing that. And also you're training the muscles, and your program is training the body parts and the positions that are required for your cardio sport to maintain where you are. So you're not going to have this break off. Number 5, if we're talking about body composition, there's always going to be this drop off in muscle mass because you're training up to this point, and to strip all the body fat away, you're going to have to increase your cardio, or what's known as steady state cardio. So low intermittent steady state. It's not excessive, but it's a form of cardio. No matter how you're talking about it, it gets the heart pumping and working a little bit more because we want to mobilize more fats. This is where your baseline's at, and now sitting here, there's a massive deficit. The body is going to mobilize fats, but it will take away some of its fat muscle mass because it doesn't need it. We don't need excessive amounts of muscle. But the good news is once you start to bring all these foods and calories up and nutrients, the body will then remember where it was. If you train for that, it'll then start to put the muscle back on. Number 6, I'm not a massive fan of cardio except for number 2, more sex. But it's really like dependent on what the goal is for you. I want to lift as much weight as possible. I want to be as strong as I can. Cardio will inhibit that strength and performance. I do cycling maybe once or twice a week because I enjoy it. Love getting the burn in my legs, but I don't do anything more than that. So again, I like to get the heart pumping a little bit, but I don't go above and beyond. So again, what are you training for? If you're training for pure strength like a powerlifter and you want to compete and win and crush that stuff, then great. Probably going to take some of that cardio out. Maybe you do a light 1 to 2 times a week, except for that. But a little bit to keep that heart pumping, just to feel more anaerobically fit. That's aligning with yourself. If you're someone who wants to do more aerobic work, more long runs, because you get a high off that, then fantastic. But then make sure you're doing a structured program that's keeping that muscle mass on and keeping you strong so you minimize risk of injuries. And I guess summing all that up, it is really key to make sure that we, even if we're doing cardio or lots of weight training, whatever we've decided to do, we minimize the risk of injury. And this is why our program should be structured all day, every day. Enjoy.